56 degrees 6 minutes north latitude, 40 degrees and 15 minutes longitude. The city of Vladimir, Yurovets community. This is the location of one of the largest international scientific centers developing and implementing high-quality and highly efficient veterinary drugs against animal and avian diseases. This is the Federal Center for Animal Health, ARRIAH. Agro-industrial progress directly depends on freedom from animal diseases and good livestock production. The Federal Center for Animal Health is the main outpost ensuring animal health and welfare both in the country and abroad. Before the FMD Research Institute was created, none of the Soviet scientific institutes ensured centralized control of biosafety issues in the USSR. At the end of the Great Patriotic War, the Soviet Union was faced with the spread of FMD, causing billions of rubles of damage. A specialized institute was urgently needed to address the problem, and it was created in the Vladimir region in 1958. Because of the institution's scientific achievements and implementation, FMD epizootic diseases were finally eradicated in the country. In the late 1950s, Soviet veterinarians had no reliable methods at their disposal to diagnose and identify FMD and to vaccinate against it. However, 1/6 of the Earth's land surface became free from FMD 30 years later. Since 1992, the institution has been involved in studying a wide range of animal and avian infectious, mostly viral, diseases, and in studying methods to control and prevent them. Since 2004, the Federal Center for Animal Health has been directly subordinated to the Federal Service for Veterinary and Phytosanitary Surveillance, Rosselsхознадзор. More than 800 highly skilled specialists are employed by the center, including 9 doctors of science and 129 candidates of veterinary medicine and biological science. The All-Russian Research Institute for Animal Health includes the Laboratory for FMD Diagnosis and Prevention, Laboratory for Prevention of avian diseases, viral avian diseases, highly dangerous diseases, rabies and bovine spongiform encephalopathy, bovine diseases, porcine diseases, African swine fever, the Testing Center with the Laboratory for Chemical Analysis and Microbiological Tests, the Information Analysis Center of the Veterinary Surveillance Department, Quality Management Departments, and Department for Biological and Technological Control. The ARRIAH scope of activities includes the rapid development of vaccines, the search for comprehensive solutions to all problems within any facility, control and making high-quality prognosis to assess the probable spread of dangerous diseases. The center annually produces about 5 billion vaccine doses and more than 3,600 diagnostic kits. The state prize of the Russian Federation in Science and Technology has been awarded to the scientists of the center for achievements in FMD control. The center itself was awarded the FAO Jubilee Medal for distinguished contribution to FMD control. Since 2013, ARRIAH has been the FAO Reference Center for FMD control in Central Asia and Western Eurasia. Continuous comparison of epizootic instances appearing in the world with our production strains will be the main advantage. In case significant antigenic difference is observed, we adapt the isolated instances to cell cultures and prepare the production strains. Vaccines currently relevant for individual region or animal production establishment can be prepared here within 3 months. The experienced staff, equipment, and premises, as well as the unique, constantly enriched strain collection, all contribute to the successful results. Only the center offers sorbate and emulsion vaccines for the purpose of FMD control. The recent development is an ARRIAH Vac, culture vaccine suitable for large and small cattle and pigs. FMD is an acute, highly contagious disease of domestic and wild cloven-hoofed animals, characterized by lesions on oral mucosa, udder skin, and feet. The major problem is strain specificity. Some strains are dangerous for pigs but do not affect cattle. Others exclusively infect sheep. Great Britain, the country destroyed not only affected sheep, but also all healthy animals on farms located nearby the disease outbreaks in order not to lose the status of an FMD-free country.
And it also used to be the case that a country which was free of the disease, which then became infected, the problem was that you could not regain your freedom very quickly if you used a vaccine. So this discouraged vaccine use.
Today, there are some diagnostic tools developed by the ARRIAH which enable refraining from such drastic measures. Russia is free from FMD, but the virus is repeatedly introduced in neighboring countries. Thanks to a rapid response, disease outbreaks are contained to the infected areas. While in 2013 there were 21 FMD outbreaks, in 2015 FMD occurred only once. By means of focusing all activities in one place, and owing to the fact that these activities are performed in parallel, we save a lot of time. Besides, great experience in the development of new vaccines, use of new strains, and cell lines let us develop emulsion vaccines. Specialists of the center perform the monitoring to reveal latent virus circulation and study immunity levels in the vaccinated populations. But the main task is not developing disease diagnostic and prevention tools, but rather rendering comprehensive support to farms and investigating the problem sources. The ARRIAH staff, professors, candidates of science visit the establishments, elaborate recommendations, and comprehensive vaccination schedules in cooperation with Rosselschoznadzor specialists. The results of joint actions are usually seen in 2 months. Currently, our center is preparing the dossier for official OIE recognition of the Russian Federation's freedom from foot and mouth disease with and without vaccination. This will allow the Russian agricultural producers to export their products to the EU countries, USA, and countries where FMD vaccination is not practiced. The reference laboratory for the avian influenza and Newcastle disease was established in 2005 when the first highly pathogenic avian influenza outbreak occurred in the country. So far, our staff members have developed new tools for highly pathogenic avian influenza diagnosis in the Russian Federation. Currently, they attempt to develop a new vaccine against avian influenza for commercial and private poultry farms. The avian influenza situation remains tense. Outbreaks are registered in wild migratory birds, so the virus may be introduced to Russian private farms from Asian countries at any time. Moreover, the virus constantly mutates, but this does not preclude the center staff from proper diagnosis in all cases of the virus occurrence. The ARRIAH experts are going to carry out monitoring of wild bird migration routes together with the experts from Mongolia, Korea, and Japan. They also constantly share information with leading European and Asian veterinary centers. The main task is a comprehensive, accurate diagnosis because it is a key factor in the efficiency of measures taken. Improvement of diagnostic methods. New methods emerge and we comply with up-to-date standards. To date, the laboratory has been very well equipped and staffed. The laboratory staff is able to perform high-quality tests. The center produces 13 types of live vaccines against avian diseases, and about 3 billion vaccine doses are produced annually. The center also produces 16 types of inactivated vaccines, about 60 million vaccine doses per year. For example, vaccine doses against fowlpox can be applied on poultry farms in case of widespread disease occurrence. Vaccination induces a long-term strong immunity in poultry. The farm health status will be improved. Our competitors produce culture vaccines. According to our tests, such vaccines provide immunity that lasts for 6 months, and then the revaccination is required. Our embryo vaccine provides immunity that lasts for 2 years. ARRIAH is the only manufacturer of cultured vaccine against Merrick disease, as well as the inactivated vaccine against sericell hydropericardium syndrome in chickens. The vaccine against Newcastle disease is characterized by high potency, innocuity, and optimal price-quality ratio. Due to a wide range of preparation production, it is possible to select the best vaccination strategy on poultry farms for its current epidemic situation. There are also sets of diagnostic test systems for determination of latent infections. Basic competitive advantage of the center are the following: capability to introduce its own scientific research results into veterinary practice, the highest diagnostic potential in the Russian Federation for infectious disease research in all animals, capability to control production of biopreparations starting from their development to introduction into veterinary practice, scientific support of product use and continuous on-farm consultation. The Department of Innovations is responsible for vaccine production, preparation of water, and 70 types of nutrition media. Daily, it prepares at least 40 cubic meters of purified water and at least 12 cubic meters of water for injections, which complies with the Russian, EU, and American pharmacology requirements. The production process continues here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now we are in the CCC unit. Here, we can prepare 8-ton cell stock from 50 milliliter cells in 8 days, and in one more day, 8 tons of virus material. Continuous mitosis, virus propagation, equipment operation, and air entering the system are also controlled. Here, the incoming air passes through a coarse air filtration system, 2 fine filtration systems, and then enters the room. This is the way they are operating now. These are flow diagrams of the fans on different floors. Operation of fire control system. Each room is equipped with sensors. Animal facilities have been in operation since 2013 for the purpose of preclinical drug testing. The FGBI ARRIAH animal facilities are the biggest animal facilities in the Russian Federation. Here, research and production units carry out quality control of preparations against infectious diseases caused by microorganisms in pathogenicity groups of 2 to 4 susceptible farm and laboratory animals, wild animals, and birds. The quality and effectiveness of the Institute's work on its preparations has been proven in practice. Annually, Vladimir exports 370 million doses of vaccines against different diseases. Export geography is extensive. Eastern, Central, and Southern Eastern Asia, CIS countries, FMD vaccines, vaccines against poultry diseases, rabies, vaccines for carnivores, and diagnostics account for the largest share in total export volume. ARRIAH supports its competence by results of regular international proficiency tests. The Directorate of the World Quality Promotion Program, established by the Swiss Marketing and Management Center, awarded the Institute with a diploma and Golden Quality Certificate. The institution is the OIE Collaborating Center for Diagnosis and Control of Animal Diseases in the countries of Eastern Europe, Central Asia, and Transcaucasia. It has close ties with Purebright Reference Laboratory, institutes in China and Thailand, Plum Island Animal Disease Center, Friedrich Loeffler Institute, Experimental Zooprophylactic Institute, Helsinki Institute, and Evra Food Agency, as well as National Veterinary Research Institute in Malawi. In September 2015, ARRIAH was awarded the GMP International Certificate, which means the EU acknowledges veterinary drugs produced by ARRIAH to be compliant with European requirements of production and drug quality control. The center has reliable links with best suppliers of raw materials, equipment, and technologies. This fact lets us produce high-quality products compliant with the requirements of world standards. Necessity to take rapid response measures in case of dangerous disease agent occurrence in Russia was the reason for establishing the ASF Reference Laboratory. The laboratory is very young, however, it is participating in the implementation of the national ASFV research program. Our experts have a good command of the methods exclusive to our institution. This includes carrying out tests in naturally susceptible animals in facilities of corresponding safety levels, as well as tests on the genetic level. That is, sequencing of separate ASFV genome fragments, the whole virus genome assembly and analysis. Here, the key factors of the agent's pathogenicity were studied and the biological properties of more than 70 virus isolates recovered from different Russian regions were assessed. In this laboratory, which is the only laboratory subordinate to the Ministry of Agriculture, a comprehensive ASFV research is carried out. A complex strategy for ASFV eradication in the Russian Federation is developed and the infection is monitored. We managed to detect 2 fragments. The OIE reference laboratory in Spain was also involved in the detection of one of the fragments. However, it was we who detected the second genome fragment of the isolates currently circulating in the territory of the Russian Federation. This will help us to speak about the relationships of the isolates recovered in this or that region. This information will help in following the infectious spread vectors, the further fate of the infection, as well as to develop an ASF control strategy. Experts at the Information Analysis Center are responsible for making prognosis of the possible routes and virus spread, as well as for other tasks. 75 to 80% of our forecasts are successful. It is a rather high forecast level in regards to biological processes. All the forecasts are confirmed using retrospective analysis. The major tasks of the center include coordination of anti-epidemic activities, epidemiological data search, and epidemiological investigation of the disease occurrence and virus spread in Russia and around the world. The FGBI ARRIAH hosts a testing center which carries out independent tests of food products, food staples, and animal feeds for quality and safety parameters. The testing center is responsible for animal blood sera testing, as well as for milk and honey adulteration detection. There is specific equipment for each type of test. Toxic elements are detected using atomic absorption spectrometers. Using ICP mass spectrometers, it is possible to carry out analysis for almost all elements within several minutes. To identify pesticides, we use gas chromatography with a mass spectrometric detector. Liquid chromatography allows to perform tests for antibiotics, detection of benzopyrene in smoked meat and fish products, mycotoxin in food and feeds, determination of A, B, and E, and D vitamins in feeds and premixes. Amino acid composition, anions, cations, benzopyrene, pesticides, PCBs, nitrosamines, persistent organic pollutants, DDT, hexachlorocyclohexane. Staff members of the testing center can detect everything. By testing food products for such pathogens as coliforms, salmonella, clostridia, and listeria, experts do their best to protect consumers. It should be noted that listeria has been tested since 2002. It has never been tested before. It should be emphasized that the agent is considered to be the most dangerous because the mortality rate reaches 40% in humans. The staff members have gathered a wealth of experience in 7 years of product testing, while up-to-date equipment provides opportunities for rapid diagnosis. Thus, a microbial mass spectrometer with a 5,000 bacteria database gives the test result within 3 minutes. In 2014, the ARRIAH became a branch of the oldest veterinary institution in the Crimea, the Crimean Experimental Station of the Institute of Experimental and Clinical Veterinary Medicine, which was founded in 1897. The laboratory for avian diseases was maintained and updated in the branch structure to carry out monitoring investigations of migratory bird colonies in order to detect their possibility of dangerous disease agent transmission. With a record pace for global practice, ARRIAH became the largest research center for development and introduction of high-potency and high-quality veterinary preparations against animal and avian diseases. Its uniqueness is that the structural departments provide not only development testing and production of new vaccines, but also the 24-hour monitoring of the spread of animal infectious diseases, all located in one place. It performs the risk assessment of their introduction, rapid notification, and activities aimed at animal health protection and environmental protection of the Russian Federation.